Oh boy. Well,
The edge of the coin was just the right size to unfasten the screws.
yeah, it's gonna be that kind of thing. It's been done before, this whole going to the screw thing. It's like a thing you can do in point-click games. That usually happens a lot. Now then, now we can go inside.
I couldn't get through the narrow gap.
George, when I first knew you, that would have been no problem.
Guess I must be carrying a little more muscle, huh?
Yeah, the fat kind.
Okay. Look, whatever I said about you in that wig, I apologize.
Apology accepted.
Phew.
Won't make you any thinner, though.
Well, Nico.
Nico?
Yes?
I don't like to ask, but
Would I climb through the grill and open the door from the inside?
amazing. You read my mind.
You're just so predictable, George.
So yeah, so you're playing as Nico for a bit. Or not.
You owe me one.
That's okay. I'm not counting.
Right.
Nico, look!
It's some kind of map of ley lines.
See the area in the middle?
It matches the diagram in Vernon's video.
It seems to have its focus somewhere in Egypt.
So do you think that's where they've taken Bruno?
Well, I think so. The armillary must be in Egypt.
Well, that should be easy enough to find.
Sure. I mean, how big can a country be?
Let's see.
Cesaro certainly looked after his suits of armor. I suppose even bad guys have hobbies. I would never be able to fit into that armor. In any case, what good would it do me if I could?
Gun? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being fucking dumb.
Cesaro's desk was straight out of the Megalomaniac catalog. Aha! Look at this.
What is it?
Secret button hidden under the edge of the desk. Maybe it opens the door.
Well, first, let's look around a bit more. Like this fucking thing.
It was a large shield with weapons mounted on the wall. The shield bore a crest I didn't recognize.
Well, it's important. And also... Go through.
Books on Egypt and Egyptian culture. It would take months to trawl through this and decipher it all.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why he was looking at that, huh?
If the world ends when I press this, then I'm sorry for all the nasty things I've ever said about you.
George, just get on with it.
Okay, sorry.
Well done, George.
Let's go and rescue Bruno.
Out of interest, what nasty things?
Oh, you know, the usual.
The usual? Go on.
We'll just walk through.
Andre, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd keep Beatrice company.
Andre took me to the cinema.
What did you see, Nosferatu?
George,
Andre, we need your help.
Of course.
what do you want him to do?
That symbol on the scarf?
Yes?
Cesaro recognized it instantly.
It's the coat of arms of the St. Stephen chapter of the Templars.
My God.
What?
I always thought it was just a story.
Look, Andre, tell us what you know.
Tell us, chérie.
The St. Stephen chapter was reputed to have escaped the Inquisition by hiding in secret chambers. Somewhere in Paris. No one knew where, though previously they had their base near the old church at Montfaucon.
Maybe I can find a clue in the old Templar meeting place.
What do you mean?
The Templars used to meet in secret in the catacombs there.
Of course.
There's more.
Go on.
It involves the founding of the chapter.
We don't have time for tales, Andre.
Listen, Nico. If there's one thing I've come to realize, it's that you can't have too much information. Carry on, Andre.
Thank you, George. When the Templars were in possession of the Temple Mount in Israel, they discovered a holy relic. A young knight, Stefan, was given the task of transporting it secretly to France. He traveled north through Galilee and then headed to the coast where he boarded a ship destined for the river Po. Making his way up the Po Valley, Stefan avoided known dangers to the west by heading north to the Rheingau. Pursued into France by the forces of a treasure-hunting prince, he was forced to make a stand in the mountains of Reims. Though able to dispose of his foes, he was fatally wounded. Bravely, he continued to his destination, the Bérentoire Preceptory, handed the relic to the master of the chapter, then died. The order changed its name to Saint-Stéphane, in honor of the brave knight, and relocated to Paris.
It's like a fairy tale.
Good grief.
I'm going to head for Montfaucon to look for clues. Nico?
You go without me, George. Andre and I will see if we can work out the exact location in Egypt.
Right. Well, I'll see you soon then.
Off you go, George.
I was back in Montfaucon Square after all these years. Beneath the cobbles lay a hidden world of ancient waterways and catacombs, some of it built by the Knights Templar as a meeting place and sanctuary. Once again, I was going to have to go down there to discover the truth.
Welcome back to the location of the first game, I believe. Where the cafe blew the fuck up. Remember?
On the boarded-up door was a notice. Due to local seismic events and out of concern for the safety of our patrons, we will be closed for the foreseeable future. I didn't want the notice, and I didn't want to break into the cafe.
That's fine. Actually, no, it's actually in the second game. This is the one where the church is down there. Well, let's try waking this guy up.
Hey, you! I'd seen dead people with more life in them than this guy.
Yeah, fuck's sake. Okay. Well, there's a sewer cover over here.
I couldn't lift a big iron cover like that with my bare hands.
If only we had a sewer key.
In the open tool bag, I could see a sewer key.
Yay!
Hey, Monsieur! Leave those tools alone!
Me?
Fuck him.
Oh, I was just admiring them.
Well, do it from further away!
Damn it. What if I...
Mon Dieu! So help me!
Yep, just just fucking give up.
While the
Ah.
workman was looking the other way, I borrowed his sewer key. Funny, every time I get involved in saving the world, I turn into a kleptomaniac.
This is the second time you stole a sewer key.
Look, Alphonse! I am tired of arguing with you! Just be sure it doesn't happen again, huh?
Huh? Okay, there we go.
With only the faintest shudder of déjà vu, I prepared once again to get intimate with the Parisian sewers.
Of course.
Come on, you piece of... I couldn't understand it. I'd once lifted this very manhole easily. Perhaps I'd let myself go.
Hey, Monsieur, that's not my sewer key by any chance.
No, What do you take me for?
You just happen to carry one around with you.
Of course. Doesn't everybody?
Sure. Anyway, you're wasting your time. That cover was welded down years ago, during the Sieur Jacques panic.
Great. If I wanted to shift that cover, it'd take something a whole bunch stronger than me.
Yeah, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as the first game. Let's see. There's scaffolding. I don't see why I need to be near it, but there's a guy here. Oh, it's a chick here. I'm sorry. By the
Hi,
pussy.
how are you?
Alive, thank God.
I know the feeling. Nice view of Montfaucon Square you've got here.
What's the point of a view when life's not worth a sou?
Hey, you're not one of those crazy hip-happening street poets, are you?
Don't be ridiculous, monsieur. Look after a pissoir.
Yes. Also, this has to obviously be the mother of the fucking guy that died.
So what do you do?
I'm a brain surgeon. What do you think?
I think you look after this pissoir.
Zut alors! No flies on you, monsieur.
As long as I don't go in there.
And just what is that supposed to mean? Huh?
Whoa, my mistake. I backed off. It's a well-known fact that toilet attendants account for the majority of homicides in France. Must be the bleach blocks. You take pride in your work?
This pissoir is the cleanest and most hygienic in all France.
That must take a lot of dedication.
Yes, sir. In this job, the harder you work, the more other people just pass water upon your efforts.
I know the feeling. It's all very well having urinals here if I want to... But if a guy wants to, you know...
You shall have to use facilities elsewhere, monsieur. As you can see, the toilets were damaged in the earth tremor.
Neat. Well.
Now wash your hands.
Best scene. Okay, now then. Let's climb up here. I'm sure nothing bad can happen.
Hey,
What? Who, me?
what do you think you're doing up there?
Admiring the view. I can see right into your pissoir from here.
Pervert. Get down from there before I call the police.
Okay, I'm coming.
Here we go. This is where it gets fun.
Hi again.
I'm gonna piss this bitch off.
Any good gutters around here?
Quoi? A gutter?
Yeah, a common roadside gutter. I need to whiz, lady.
A whiz? What is this whiz, monsieur? Mon Dieu! You mean you wish to... in a gutter? But monsieur, you have already used the facilities.
Don't remind me. It's just that when nature calls, there's sometimes a bit of an echo. You know what I mean?
Why, in the name of all that is hygienic, do you want to use a gutter? When there is a perfectly clean pissoir here.
That might pass for clean in the old world, lady. But I'd rather whiz in a gutter any day.
This is an outrage. I shall investigate.
You do that.
Ah, this chick's stupid. There we go. Climb up. Hurry up. Come on. Jump. up the rope.
You never know when you might need a length of rope.
Alright. And now I can't get caught. Right. Now then, let's combine, shall we?
I didn't have the horsepower to lift that cover, but I knew something that did.
Hey! What are you doing?
Just setting something up. You'll love this. Hey, you!
Fucking hell.
Hi, how you doing?
Ha! Ça va? As long as we don't have another earthquake.
Well, you should be safe here, by the old church.
You're joking. Look at it.
But it's medieval.
Medieval? Shoddy, you mean? Should be torn down and replaced with something modern.
Really?
Something nice in concrete and steel. Built to be earthquake-proof.
You think there's gonna be more quakes?
Of course. And look at all that rubble. The thing's a death trap. Wait a minute. You seem very familiar to me, monsieur.
Me? Oh, I doubt it.
But of course. You're the guy who gave me
Oh
that
my
racing
God.
tip.
Oh,
You're
right,
Flovage.
so I am.
That horse made a fortune for me. Turned my whole life around.
Guess I'm just a natural.
It's a gift, monsieur. A gift.
But how come you're still digging up roads?
I've got my own company now, monsieur.
Wow.
And a drill. See? Not a pick. If you have any more tips like that one...
You'll be the first to know.
Well, Floppage. Surprisingly, we made your life 10 times better.
What exactly are you doing here?
These damned earthquakes are screwing everything up. There's plenty of stuff underground needs fixing after that last shock.
So you're digging a hole for the utilities guys to get to the damage?
That's it. And the sooner we're out of here, the happier I'll be.
You said we. I don't see anybody else working.
My workmate, Alphonse, is snoring up a storm in the cab of my truck.
Why isn't he helping you?
Medical exemption. He's got a piece of paper from his doctor saying he is clinically seismophobic.
He's afraid of earthquakes?
Just so, monsieur.
And you believe it?
You can't argue with a piece of paper, can you?
So, how did you end up with this Alphonse guy?
Positive discrimination. We have to take on a set number of cowardly idiots every year.
Okay.
Let me ask you a hypothetical question. Your driver
Alphonse, damn his cowardly liver.
is scared of earthquakes, right? What would he do if there was an earthquake right now?
He'd slam the truck into gear and get out of here like... Oh,
That's right. With a manhole following him home.
he would never live it down.
Is that a bad thing?
No, that's what sells your crazy scheme to me.
Well, it's time for some fun. And
Earthquake! Earthquake!
Magnifique! I don't know what I'll tell the insurance people, monsieur, but it was worth it.
Sprinkling sunshine into people's lives. I guess that was what I lived for. But right now, the sewer beckoned.
it's good to see Floppage again. It's good to see we got a good scene out of it. Alright. Now this looks familiar. Very familiar. Let's see. I remember this one would break down.
The wall was well built and very, very solid.
Well, it's not like before then.
This archway had been bricked up, and not that long ago either. No mystery
Yep.
there. I was the one who wrecked the original in the first place.
Yep.
There was a faint inscription, but the decaying plaster made it almost impossible to read. I could make out some medieval French and some Latin, but not enough to squeeze out any meaning. The inscriptions in the arches probably once told the truth about the extermination of the Templars. Like a lot of truths, time had blurred it.
I've never been here before.
A big, spooky skull stared out at me. The mouth looked out of proportion.
Well, the game's never showed me this before.
I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in the skull's mouth. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation. No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no spider bit me, for which I was very grateful. But there was nothing in there to help me either.
Well, I don't want to do that. Nah. Actually, yes.
The skull's mouth had the same shape as the stone cylinder. Aha! I could write a book on secret doors. I really could.
Right. We're doing well. Yeah, can we just go forward, actually?
Oh my God! Something truly nasty had happened here. A trail of blood led round the corner.
Let's follow it. You'd think it'd be bad, but
Cesaro and his men must have come through that way. They must have blocked it off behind them so no one else could get out that way.
okay. Let's go this way then. Everything good could happen here.
I'd arrived too late. Cesaro and his men had shown no mercy for these poor souls. How could anyone do this? I didn't want to, but I had to search the body. The only thing on him was an old rusty key.
Well, we have a key now.
It was a very expensive coffee machine. Cesaro's men had smashed it up pretty good. I guess they didn't like coffee. The microwave's oven control panel was smashed, but the 10-second button was still intact. Only useful if you needed to cook something for less than a minute, of course.
Alright. There is a thing to this. It's not fun, but...
Cesaro's men had shown no mercy.
we'll deal with it soon. Not now, soon. Now, I want to go this way. Nothing this way. Well, are you ready for this? It's very timeful. Okay, get ready. We have the old key. Are you ready for this? Alright. 3, 2, 1.
I decided not to operate it.
What? Okay. I guess we have to go up first, because we have to.
Just as I'd feared, Cesaro had arrived first. One of Cesaro's men was guarding the kitchen. I couldn't get through while he was there. I was gonna have to find a way to distract him.
Alright, now we have the incentive to do this. Okay, are you ready? Alright. 3, 2, 1.
The microwave suddenly sprang into life. It was going to make a noise. I had to hide, fast. Mission accomplished. The guy was now trapped in the room.